Ashley,
Yeah, I
what
don't know.
happens after Cerberus says that only those sticks can fix him?
Zeus poofs, and all of a sudden, Zeus is there.
Three sisters with stories to tell. Books in our hands, we know them well. Flipping pages where dreams dwell. Chapter one, here you go. Turn the light, let the words flow. Laughs and love in every show. Books, sweet hearts, we grow.
And Cerberus is growling at him.
Yes, and Lyra notices that he has some kind of like invisible shield type thing over
Because
his
somehow
face.
the freaking tears are still working.
There's the weirdest thing ever, and like the most unnecessary anxiety ever.
A shimmering
And-
veil of mesh.
And all of a sudden, it's like a light bulb goes off in Zeus's teeny tiny little brain. And he recognizes who Lyra is and laughs at the fact that, oh, you're the baby that I cursed in my temple. So we do have confirmation. He really did curse her to be unlovable to whatever extent that means. We will not debate that any further.
Shit, now he remembers?
Yeah. And that's when all hell breaks loose because, again, that little light bulb went off and he said, hell no, I'm not going to let Zeus or Hades win, because now he realizes what Hades realized all the way back at the beginning, that to win this labor, you need somebody that is unlovable.
Yeah.
You know, I'm here for karma. Like, that was a shitty thing for him to do way back when, and now he's eating it.
Yep.
Sucker.
He's doing like a creepy, like panic attack laugh.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
like, I can't do anything about this, but okay, you're that person, all right. Hades,
Yeah.
you swear.
So he is now all armored up and fuming that his brother has usurped him in what he thought was a game that he was winning. And he hits Lyra with lightning. And weird of weirds, it didn't kill her, but she is like now coughing up blood and severely like,
Demigod.
hey, I said that first.
You
Don't,
did. I
don't
agree.
come at me.
I'm not stealing it. No, I'm like, maybe that's why.
Just saying. So she's not dead, but she's definitely coughing up blood. And, you know, the time is nigh. And she's knocked back into Cerberus. So now she's just kind of like, I picture her just kind of like flailed out on this big old puppy. And they're both just kind of like dying together, sadly. And she takes the opportunity while Zeus is him-hawing about how he's great and he's killing this human, to shove her final pearl into Cerberus's mouth and say, think of the sticks. And he poofs out of there. And so Zeus decides to act like a real man and tower over this defenseless young lady. And in true Lyra petty fashion, looks up at him and says, bring it, asshole.
Bring it,
Like,
asshole.
I'm
I'm
here
already
for
dying.
it.
What are you going to do to me now, dude?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, what's up? But at the same time, like, in my head, I'm thinking, she's like, yeah, bring it, asshole. But, you know, she's probably like, bring it, asshole. Like, like, little asshole. Like,
We shouldn't be laughing about it.
Yeah.
I
well,
mean,
like just right
okay,
before
it's
she's
fiction.
like, I think I'm talking. I'm not sure.
yeah.
In my brain, though, bring it, asshole.
Which moves us directly into the next chapter. And all of a sudden, it starts with, don't fucking move. You can't quack me on that one, Hannah, when you edit. Like, it's quoted. Sorry.
Yeah.
And so, of course, we all know Hades has arrived.
She says,
And
I know that voice.
The sinful
sinful
voice of
voice of
dark
I would hope
fantasy.
so. Yeah.
Hades, I'm in love with him.
What an express.
Yeah. I'm only dying and telling Zeus to bring it, asshole. And now all of a sudden it's like, I happen to be in love.
Persephone's not dead. I'm about to be, but I love Hades.
Yeah. And so now she can see him kind of like over Zeus's shoulder. And correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this where she sees the fear in Zeus's face?
She's like, she has a hard time focusing, but rage contorts Zeus's face for a heartbeat before
Okay.
he loses himself. Not fear, but rage. But then I do think that, like, he's so angry after that. Like, he goes after Hades, he's rushing him, and then he's on the ground, his ears are bleeding, and Hades standing over him with the bite into his throat. That's where he's like vibrating with fury, but also visible fear.
That okay.
He like
So he kicks
turns,
his ass, and then he's
yeah, he's like gets pale and but like red splotchy, like he's like sweating nervous.
yeah. And this is when all the truth is revealed that the gods were not just not there because that was part of it, and the daemons weren't there just because that was part of it. No, Zeus locked them all up. Apparently, Zeus has all the things that we were thinking were part of the conspiracy are true. Zeus did all of that. He's also the one that glamored Dex in Athena's labor. So
Yeah, so we
that's
thought
his
it was
fault.
Athena because she's a monster, but
That's
she didn't know.
that's how Nev dies with a perfectly timed lightning strike. Like basically everything that's terrible that has happened, Zeus cheated and made it happen.
You know what
So
I
he's been
didn't
cheating
catch
through the whole
until
thing.
just now? I think I like skipped over this in my brain is that Aphrodite told Zeus about Persephone.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Do you think he like did something to her to make him tell her? Like maybe
I
why
didn't
she
pick
needs
that
to
up
visit Lyra?
until I was reading Hannah's notes that Zeus tells Hades that Aphrodite told him. And I was like, did it
Yeah.
say that? Like,
Yeah, it didn't stand out to me. I think it's because basically they were fighting and Lyra was dying that I wasn't like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Wait, Aphrodite
I took the
betrayed
notes
us?
that it didn't catch with me either. Like, what?
Yeah. So
Huh.
let's all be clear that this is why when you have a secret, you keep it a secret.
I
You do
wonder
not
if
share your
we're gonna
secrets with anyone.
find out more about that. I hope she carries that through because we only have like 20 pages left. I hope she carries that through and the next interaction with Aphrodite. Like, what the fuck?
Hannah
Yeah.
said it. She has to edit her own F out.
Yeah. There you go, Hannah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna say
Okay.
to you that before, all of this is discussed, just with like Zeus being afraid of Hades, she says, even as
Mhm.
hazy as I am, it's obvious that Zeus is terrified of that possibility being that Hades would have his throne. That this isn't just him throwing a fit at losing, this is something else.
And
Mhm.
like it does indicate like maybe it is that he's truly concerned that he's just going to unleash the Titans on the world.
Yeah.
And Hades isn't like, I'm not going to do that. He's like, maybe I'll just unleash them on you.
Yeah.
Or maybe he'll kick Zeus's ass right into Tartarus with it.
Right? What do you think of that?
I'm just saying, like, sometimes you need to put a baby brother in timeout.
Yeah, but then it's,
Just saying.
interesting. We can't have too many theories at this point because, again, the about to end in like 10 pages.
Yeah.
But it is interesting because we like Aphrodite. She's told Zeus, and we're seeing that, yes, although Zeus is like an egotistical asshole, like he is actually terrified specifically of Hades becoming king. So maybe there's this other side of Zeus that we haven't got to see, or like what's going to play into that again, as far as like, why would Aphrodite tell him this in the first place when she's like applauded Lyra for the way she's kind of handled that information?
Yeah, and she's like, I'm not going to tell anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe. So I will give her this one benefit of the doubt because I've liked her through the rest of the story. Maybe she only told him after the final labor had begun, which at that point, it doesn't matter. Like, because if she didn't tell him until after the labor began, then like they can't step in, although joke's on them, they probably could have technically since the daemons were locked up. But like either he wins and he gets it and he's going to do what he wants, or he doesn't win and it's going to take all of them to open it anyways, regardless. Like, so that conversation is going to be had. So
Yeah.
maybe she waited. If she didn't, shame, but if she did, then I feel like maybe she's just kind of like counting her chickens and like kind of hoping, like, let me get this favor from you in advance when it really doesn't do you any good, anyways.
I just looked and it doesn't really bring it up. So we're gonna have to like make a note of that to watch for it and see if it explains why Aphrodite did that. If she was tricked into it or
Yeah.
she was like trying to do her best because she goes on and she does something nice before the end of it.
Right.
That we'll get to.
Yeah.
Back to where we were. So like Hades and Zeus getting into it about who cheated, right? Like Hades or Zeus is trying to like Hades, like you can't win anyways. You cheated. They're not going to let you win. And Hades reveals that like Zeus, not only did he cheat on like by killing me with the lightning and glamoring decks, that he arranged for extra sea dragons in Poseidon's labor and the new roles in his own labor, and also like giving the glamour to Samuel as well as his acts. So he interfered with most of the labor is really, if you look at it.
Yeah.
And then Zai comes out of nowhere, like I can see through lies and he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that whatever the lantern thing was,
Lantern of Diogenes.
Diogenes, which was really
Days. Oh, it's
all
Days
the
gift.
that's all the Damons needed, and they just whooped. And I always pictured, I know Hannah, you'll get this reference, but in the Mummy at the end where they come and get Emotep, and like they're like, no, he's like, no, and the spirits are like carrying him away.
Yeah.
That's what I pictured, Zeus being carried
The
away by the
Damons come
Damons.
and get Zeus.
Yeah.
They come out of there. They come in there like bats out of hell. You locked us up. We're
Yeah,
gonna get
literally.
you.
Like no talking about it, no nothing. Like you're out.
Like he's so pathetic. I mean, no, Hades cheated too. He knew about the sirens. He shouldn't have been allowed
Yeah.
to play.
Yeah.
He'll be the death of all of
So
us.
okay, so he's
Yeah,
yeah.
that
He's
I feel like is
swooped.
foreshadowing.
Yeah.
That he'll be the death of a doll. I do feel like that's probably foreshadowing into the next book.
Well, hey, I'm all for the villainous hero that will burn down the world for one human, not the quote unquote hero that will let them die for everybody. Like, nah, nobody asked for that. That's my neighbor. I mean, like, anyways. All right. So all this is happening, and Lyra is still dying. She's still bleeding out. She's like, she's just chilling in the ditch at this point.
The only words she gets out are like sassy.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
late.
Yeah.
Okay, Mira, you could say some like you could barely get anything out, and that's what you're gonna do. You're late.
Hey, 2 words. It works. So Hades finally goes to her and she's like, she confronts him and says, you made me not love you on purpose.
After he told her
And
that
he
he
does
got locked
confirm
in
it.
jail, like Zeus got them all locked them in jail with the Damons.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
I'm just going to bring that up.
And that's where he confessed that, yes, he knew that for her to win, like the seer told him, yeah, pick her, but before the last one gets there, you have to make her hate you, essentially.
Yeah.
So
Which is quite where
that
we're at.
sucks.
But yes, she's still dying.
Yeah.
She
Visit me in Elysium. Don't bring down the world.
She's tragically
Oh yeah,
And he's shaking.
I
like,
did skip that part.
you can tell he's having a physical reaction to the worry
Mm-hmm.
he's feeling.
and then also
And
in that moment asks him, if I die, do you still win? He's like, no.
yeah,
She's
no.
like,
all
that's
for
it.
naught, babe. She's like, oh shit.
All for naught. Yeah, exactly like you said. All for naught.
And she is officially unconscious. And like she can only see a bright light. And she's like, yep, I'm definitely dead.
And at the end of the tunnel, everybody says
Yeah,
it's there.
like she has that thought of definitely dead now. Like, damn. And all of a sudden she feels a jolt.
All right, good.
Now we're good. So yeah, she has a thought like she's dying. And all of a sudden she has the jolt.
Did Zeus strike me with lightning again? What a dick. Doesn't he know I'm already dead?
I definitely giggled out loud at that part on the airplane, and I was sitting in the middle seat too. Like,
I just did again as soon as I saw it.
I enjoyed it.
And then she starts
Um,
feeling his emotions again. She starts feeling Hades'
again.
emotions again.
So something
What am I
like
afraid of?
there's some
What's
lasting effects of that. And she
happening?
opens her eyes only to realize they're still in the desert. Like of all the hellholes, they couldn't have zapped her somewhere else while they did all this. Like she's
Yeah.
still
She
stuck in the
whooshed
damn
back into her
desert.
body. Whoosh, whoosh.
Yep. And she comes to the realization that this bright light is not the end of said tunnel, but it is her. She is now radiating light.
Oh.
Just I heard that's exactly what I heard when it was describing it. I was like, the moment. And she realizes exactly what Hades has done, and he has given his crown of King of the Underworld to her, which, as he described way earlier in the book when he was talking about bringing Boone back, is he created a goddess, and she is now the Queen of the Underworld. I am so jealous.
I could see you with that title.
I just think with little blue flames, like I feel like blue flames. That'd be cool.
Have you guys noticed how many times Hades is like, wow, I can't believe that worked. Like he's just throwing shit at
Yeah.
the wall and hoping it sticks when it comes to trying to save Lyra. And he's gotten lucky every time.
Is it luck or is it one of those things where he just has those tiny little kibble bits in the back of his brain of knowledge and he's like,
Yeah. Baby bits.
let's go with this and see what happens. Let's see if it flourishes. So he's literally given up everything. And she died. So he's already said because she died,
He can't be
he didn't win.
He has nothing.
And so he has given up his crown. All he is now is a god, which, I mean, let's be real, that's not that terrible. But she now has all the power,
Well,
and all those gods and goddesses have been dicks to her this whole time. Like, come at me.
What were you going to say, Hannah?
that's when they have that moment too. She's like, "Why would you give all of this up for me?" And he's like, "Do you know what I see when I think of Elysium? And it's just the two of us there, and you as my queen."
I've
That
seen
was
it
really
for
sweet.
a long, long time. And I thought it was only something I would get in the afterlife.
Yeah. And he said, "Now that I've had you there with me, I won't wait that long." And he says, "Being king of the underworld
without by my side is it
eternity of my own personal hell."
I like also that she's like, I'm a goddess. Goddess of what? Probably curiosity and trouble, but it takes a while to manifest.
Yeah.
That a little bit of teasing and laughing there. Love it. This is what it feels
I
like
did
to be
love the
loved,
energy.
to be loved, to be wanted, to have a someone. I've always wondered, I've always dreamed about how someday, but I really never believed it. Not even the night we shared ourselves. And then he lied again.
And all it took was for
She
her
says,
to
no more
die.
games. And he says, only the fun ones. He's got one more thing. Come on, ladies.
Yeah.
Always. Okay. So days have passed, and right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. She's like really soaking in. She's a friend now. She's a goddess. She's a survivor. She's a lover. And the curse is gone. And Hades says he broke the curse with his charm, which is, he
And
would.
I feel like because even Cerberus and Charon were not bothering them, they were on their sexy moon for however many days,
At least
in
we
the
didn't have to read
underworld.
about that out loud with each other again.
Yeah.
That was
I love
That would have been
to,
awkward reading that in the middle seat of the airplane.
I love when they're talking about all of that. She's like the six-heeled R dog, just fine. So she's already
Yes, he's definitely part mine.
and he can come visit us, but he's not allowed to tell us what's going on because we're trying to live in our own little fantasy world. She's learning how to rule the underworld. They have to
And
do
trying to
a
figure
ceremony.
out how to save Boone and Persephone. But at the end of the day, the winner has still not yet been revealed. They have not done the ceremony or anything that says, here's the winner, here's your Boone. No pun intended on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And
he does say that they'll gloat that we lost, but I don't think we have. And I'll show you why when we go. So he has this sneaky confidence that they didn't lose.
Yeah. And so they finally, is it a ball or is it just a gathering when they come together?
A crowning ceremony is what they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crowning
Okay.
ceremony.
Well, and this
so they
means
all
that important. He says, a modern suit designed to match my dress, two butterflies facing each other, their wings forming a larger butterfly, are embroidered over his heart, right in the center of a black threaded star, his symbol for the two of us.
She also notes that they talk about everything now, and she knows everything.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt it.
Well,
Like,
and
I
this
feel
is
like
the first
there's
time
always going to
Aphrodite's
be one more secret.
he
What'd
does.
you say?
She does say that still. They bring Aphrodite back up. That Aphrodite made her the gown, and that's the only reason she's
Yeah,
putting up
that's
with
why I
it.
said,
So
like, that's so they just, like,
they
brushed it up
clearly
under
have
the
no
rug.
qualms. Yeah,
Yeah.
very interesting.
Um,
Um,
and this is also where he shared that he has the inside source, somebody who can see the future. He has an oracle, and he's not going to tell her about it. So maybe we were talking about that before it actually was revealed, but it's fine.
I'm removing my benefit of the doubt because I just had a thought. What if the reason Zeus did all of that and made his trial worth 3 points or whatever is because Aphrodite told him what Hades was planning to do?
Yeah.
And
that's
so
what
then he was like, no, all bets are off. I'm kidnapping the Daemons. I'm kidnapping Hades.
Yeah, that's why he
I'm
did it.
stealing Cerberus.
But I mean, like,
No,
the
but
only
I was
thing
saying,
is, the only thing is he gave everybody a fair chance. It wasn't just like winning 3 doesn't keep Hades from winning. He just didn't take into the fact that Lyra wouldn't be sucked up by the sirens and Samuel. Like he didn't know Lyra wouldn't get sucked up, but he thought Samuel wouldn't, and Samuel would win. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure that's the whole
Mhm.
point, like why he did that. But it didn't. You know what I'm saying?
no, I get what
I
you're
agree
saying.
with
I'm just
you.
saying, like, on top of that, like, he did so many extra things, like, that it's almost like in reaction to, but I digress. Okay. So at the ceremony, the Daemons are going to call out each of I'm going to say couples because there's not really a better word for it. The god and champion are going to come out, and that's where they're going to officially state who the winner of that year's, what do they call that? The whole thing again? I just think of them as
Crucible.
labors, but
Crucible.
crucible. Yeah.
Again, Hades
Okay.
didn't like update her friends on the fact that she was alive. So thanks, Hades. Right? That's what it says. Like Trinica freaks out. She's like, "Oh, Lyra, we didn't know what happened to you." What
I
time
didn't
is
pick
that?
up on that.
Yeah. I was like, "Am I frozen?"
I was speed reading at this point. I was like, who's the
Yeah.
winner? Like,
Yeah. And
uh,
so it's a good
and
reunion. Come on, Hades, though.
yeah. So they all go out, and Z-List announces the winner is, in fact, Lyra and Hades. Then they explain that, yes, she did die, but because she won, she was allowed to be healed. And that's why, I mean, and when they explained that, I was like, duh. Like, no one said you can't be resurrected if you won any of the labors.
That's not in the rule
Yes.
book.
That was not explicitly stated one way or the other. So in true godly fashion, like, of course, that's a
And
thing.
and she won by a bit, right? Like the whole before Cerberus. As soon as she passed through the gate, she won.
Yeah.
And she
As soon
never
as she passed through the gate.
did she really die?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did she
Well,
all
and
the way
that
down?
was the whole thing. Like, that's why, like, when it was a question, I was like, why is it a question? The rule was whoever passed through the third gate first is the winner. So, period. The end. But
I expected
of
more like
course, because it's
build up.
Hades.
Sorry. I have a little bit of a lag. So if that's why I'm like talking.
No, you're good.
I expected more like build up to who won. It wasn't, but it was just like, oh, by the way, Lyra wins. It wasn't like we went
Yeah.
through all the trials and tribulations. We lost people. There was no ceremony to it. It was just like Lyra Curious is the winner.
Yeah.
Yay. Now
Yeah.
the
Which is
god of
why I
death
was
is the
speed
queen
reading
of
because I thought I was going to have to get through all that junk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they just say like when she talks to all the champions, she's like, yeah, they've all been talking for all of these days, like arguing about who was going to win.
Yeah, and the Daemons unanimously voted that Lyra was still immortal when she crossed the finish line, killed by something unrelated to the labor, so she could be healed. Thanks,
And so, as
Zeus.
the winner, she gets her prize and she requests that Boone be made into a god, which I love this part because the little pesky Hermes, like, ever since he was a jerk at the very beginning, like, I've decided
Mhm.
I hate the little shit. But Boone comes back and takes Hermes' place as the god of thieves. And, like, Boone didn't try to do that, right? Like, it's just the cosmos at work, and Hermes feels it, and he's like freaking out. And
Actually, did you
I
skip
thoroughly
over
enjoyed that part.
did
Like,
you
I
skip over
reveled.
oh, sorry. Did you skip over that Lyra got a boon for winning the crucible and she used it for boon? Used your boon for boon? Did you say that or did you skip it?
I didn't say that because I had already made a boon pun earlier. So I was trying not to make two boon puns because I
Okay.
also then made a boon pun on accident and then had to say no pun intended.
Because if I was following you, I was like, how did Boone come back? Okay, continue.
Yeah, I said she got her prize, which she wanted for Boone to be made again.
I lag.
I pulled out my baby thesaurus for a new Boone word. So Poseidon yells in protest, which I see this in your notes, but like I didn't really understand like why Poseidon gives two flips one way or the other.
I think because he's taking powers away from the already established gods. But yeah, you said
Oh,
you can't fucking do that. Jumping to his feet. The other gods and goddesses are all exchanging worried glances. Hades is about to change
oh,
everything. It should be
I
a
skipped that part. It's because he gave all the champions, he
But
granted
he's
all the
mad.
champions a wish.
He's like, that's not how we do this.
Yeah, Poseidon's just being a sourpuss. Like, no,
He
like they
doesn't care
shouldn't get
about the
anything
mortals.
for, like, yeah. There's just a bunch of big babies. Like, what is happening? And in true Hades fashion, like as everybody's wallowing and crying, he says, I demand to have Pandora's box. Like, and everybody's like, oh, shit. And he's like, I'm sorry, Lyra. I didn't get why he said that because, like,
She
she
didn't
already
know.
knew. So why
No,
is
she
he?
didn't know. He didn't tell her that he wanted Pandora's box. She didn't know anything about Pandora's box this whole entire time. She thought that he needed all of the gods to come together to open Tartarus. She did not know about the back door. And that's why I was
Yeah, but
commenting
she
that
was
he's like,
okay with
she's
that.
like, you share everything, yay. But he didn't, he
Well,
still
she
kept
said
that secret from her.
I think
But
it was Pandora's box in general because earlier in my notes I had said it was she made a point to say he hasn't told me everything. And then just now, the box rumored to have the power to unleash all evils on the mortal world. I swallow back my own panic at the one secret Hades still managed to keep from me.
and also they were
So,
talking
like,
about
I
the
get
box.
that.
Zeus said that, like,
You're
you're
good.
going to use the box. And she's like, they're talking about some kind of box. I don't know. 'Cause she's dying. Right? She didn't know
Yeah,
until,
but she didn't realize it
Yes.
was box.
So, but my whole thing is like, regardless as to if it takes a vote or he has a key, like the solution is the same to open Tartarus, which could unleash the Titans.
Mhm.
Like the end result, regardless of how they do it, would be the same. And that's why they're all so terrified of it.
but also Pandora's box
And why
itself.
Aphrodite was like, they would never agree to it.
But in addition, Pandora's box itself, it says it has the power to unleash all evils on the mortal world. So not only could it, she still doesn't know here
Yeah.
that it's a back door to Tartarus. She just knows it's a bad box, right?
Yeah, but isn't it meaning like because it is the key to Tartarus, which holds all the evils of the world?
I don't
Because
think she knows.
it's a one use.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I think we need the
Yeah.
epilogue
I think,
because this is
yeah,
the
it
end
goes
of
into a little bit.
can get more details.
Yeah, that's
I
the end
did
of
want
the
to
actual book.
bring this.
Finally, you're on.
I did want to bring up right before he gets the box. Aphrodite says, "A dark king and queen ruling Olympus and the underworld side by side." Aphrodite murmurs behind us, an odd lilt of trepidation in her voice. This could be interesting. And then he demands the box right after that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So I can't pass this up with how many times we've all said the box without saying the box. What's in the box? Really? I know, Hannah, you've seen Seven. Brad Pitt, Kevin
7.
Spacey.
I just don't remember
yeah,
it that
maybe
much.
like when I was in second grade.
Man, well,
All right.
the 2 or 3 people that may stumble upon this will know what I'm talking about.
If it gets into the main. All right, let's get through
Hannah,
this.
you want to do the epilogue? I'm tired of talking.
Avoiding. Sure. So the epilogue.
It goes
Let
through,
me
like,
see where this-
Hades had a lot of explaining to do. So now Lyra supposedly knows everything now. But she just found out that
I
Pandora's
still
box was
will
how
never
we
believe
get
that.
her out. That's why Hades needed to be king of gods to get the box. So that's all new information.
Mm-hmm.
It can all be used once. It's dangerous, and the myths were wrong. It
Yeah,
has
so that
the power.
this is when she
She
starts.
says the myths is what made her think that. Yeah, exactly.
No, you're good. So yeah, the epilogue. Hades finally fills her in. Pandora's box, the back door to Tartarus. One person can enter or exit. Persephone already knows where and when to be there. But yes, this could unleash the Titans, which is the big fear. But Hades gives Lyra the final choice.
I always thought it was interesting because, you know, they never talk about how Persephone ended up here. They never talk about any of that. And they also never bring up how the hell she would know where to be, when to be, and what to do.
Well, this is why a couple episodes ago I was talking about feeling like this book really just sets up this book number 2. Because the
Yeah.
whole premise is really about Persephone and freeing Persephone from the very beginning, but we still never meet Persephone.
It's like the whole book was a prologue.
Yeah. A good one. Still a lot of loose ends to tie up and a lot of theories. So, yeah, Hades gives Lyra the final choice if they are going to proceed with this plan, which she agrees to. Hades puts the box in. Oh, wait, did I skip over something? Oh, yeah. So they go to the underworld. Charon's not on board with this plan. Demeter's there. She also agrees that this is very risky, but obviously, she's going to get her daughter back out of this, which Lyra made Hades tell Demeter on this whole situation, which is obviously why she's involved. So Hades puts the box into the keyhole to unlock the door, and it cracks open. Boone immediately screams out no, and grabs Lyra's arms, and they're both pulled in with the door slamming shut behind them, and it locks. They are in front of someone who looks similar to Hades, so she deduces that it must be Kronos, the worst one, which I don't know the lore there, what the tie is between Hades
Father
and Kronos.
time.
Is his dad?
It's his dad.
Interesting.
Both of their parents are Titans.
Wait, both of whose?
Like Hades
Well,
and
all
Zeus.
three: Poseidon, Zeus, and
Poseidon.
Hades. Yeah.
Did they explain
They're
it in the
brothers.
book, or do you guys just know your Greek mythology?
They mention it a couple of times.
Well, they don't go into detail, but they drop breadcrumbs to like, yeah, my mom here and there, and then like we locked up dad, and they're gonna be pissed. Like, well, yeah, I would be too. Like, you ungrateful twits.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they do allude
like-
to that. Did not pick that up because she says a slightly older version of Hades. But yeah, it ends when Lyra can hear Hades screaming through the door, and she's like, "We are so fucked." And that's the end of book 1.
So I just want to say, they say one person in or one person out, yet Boone and Lyra both get sucked in.
Well,
That was
and
their
the fact that
plan.
it
I was confused by
sucked
that.
The box only opens it once. It's a one-time thing. So sorry, my lag is driving me crazy.
Yeah, it's driving me crazy.
I am
too.
giving it a little extra time.
I thought it said explicitly one in, one out.
Yeah, I thought I did too.
Oh,
Maybe not. It does.
Got her, Hannah. Yes.
We're not. What? I don't know. You can talk. We're all waiting longer.
Oh, two?
Yeah. So anything to add? She does say, I wish I would have paid more attention to Rima's prophecy during the Crucible. So I think, we're ending this with the assumption that Hades is about to burn the world down. Okay.
Now there's just lag everywhere. Are we all lagging?
I don't know.
we're at 2 hours. Okay, so you were right, though. We don't hear somebody who actually knows what they're talking about explain Pandora's box. It's like what Lyra understands of it. And she does say it's a magical portal. It's a backdoor to Tartarus, a magical portal that will work for a single person to enter and exit. But what I think is maybe since it was 2 people, that counts for the enter and exit. It's like,
Well,
you
I
could just
don't
walk.
think it worked because they were sucked in. So somebody else was waiting. So Kronos.
Kronos.
So he can't open it either.
No, I think Persephone was supposed to be waiting there. He somehow found out. He sucked whomever maybe was close by. And
I think if that had
both-
been one person, it wouldn't have closed. You know what I'm saying? Like if one person came through, it wouldn't have closed. But since 2 people came through, that was 2 passes technically. And so it shut. Because there's no other reason it would have shut. with one person passing one
Or
direction.
maybe they had to have the key on the inside to get it to let you out.
I don't think they took the box with them.
They
That's what I'm
didn't.
saying.
I'm thinking Kronos just hijacked the whole thing, and it has
Oh,
yeah, it
definitely.
opened the door, but he wanted to get them in because now he has leverage. He's got 3 people.
Yeah. So
So
this kind of pushes
remember,
us more just into predictions.
Yeah.
yeah. So, number one, Kronos is the father of time, which means there is no reason for us to not think that he saw this as a possible future the whole time. Like, and he's just been sitting in Tartarus, like, thumbing through all the possible futures and be like, nope, sitting here. Like, I'm planning for this one because this one
He's
has
got
a
nothing but
high
time.
probability. Yeah.
No, I can't wait to start the next book.
No. So, like, really, the reality of the situation is now all of the gods will have to come together, which thankfully, well, shit, that can't happen.
No, because
How the heck are they going to open Tartarus? Because Lyra's fine because the god of death, I don't think, was included in all the gods,
no,
or maybe he was.
but the god of
But
thinking.
yep, I guess they're going to have to revert back to little Twitter feet.
Well, and so they do say Pandora's box can only be used once. So then what happens? It just like
I think it's done. And so the only way is for all the gods to come together and agree to open Tartarus. Or they have to figure out a new way. I don't know what they can do.
Kronos has a plan.
But how can they open? I just don't see that the whole point of Tartarus is they can't open it from the inside.
Well, also Boone yells before anything happens.
That's okay. I was waiting for you guys to finish for me to be like, what the hell did he see or hear?
Feel or
Yeah,
something.
what there was something extra going on with Boone because nobody else had any inkling. He's like already in fight mode.
I think as soon as the door opened a crack, he was facing the door and he could see that that was not Persephone. And so he tries to yank Lyra out of the way, but they get pulled in because it just says he yells no and time freezes. And she's like, I don't know what he can see from where he stands, but he's yelling. And Father Time freezes time, yanks him in.
I'm thinking if Kronos is the god of time and he like knows all the futures or whatever, he knows of Rima's thing where Hades is going to burn down the world. And so he wanted to take Lyra knowing that
Wants the world to burn.
Yep.
because something's
He
gonna, like,
knows
it's a way for
the
him to get
only
out.
way.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yep. The only way for him to get out is for his most feared son that is his only goal is to get her out of there.
Yeah, because if
He is
he's
holding-
talking to this like seer and they see this, then that would mean Kronos is also seeing this. But also, Hades, why are you such a fucking idiot if you know your dad's in there and he has these skills? Why do you not think that?
About it. He probably didn't see that in one of the possible futures that this year, right? Like his
Yeah,
seer
the seer
doesn't
doesn't
tell
know
exactly how
all.
it's going to be.
No, but if he knows his dad has these
Yeah.
powers, of course he's going to like be involved somehow or like take hold of Persephone or get, what, all of these things. Like he should have been more prepared in this moment.
Or maybe there are more limitations to Kronos' powers and whatever than what we're really fully aware of.
Well,
and
I know
so Hades
We
is
don't
like,
really know anything
he
from
shouldn't.
the book. We don't know anything about him, right? Like
Right.
that's something that we have to assume is going to happen in like Hades Panic in the next book that we're going to find out. We're going to get some perspective from inside of Tartarus.
Yeah.
And so we're going to get Persephone's story. Okay, predictions. Yeah. We're going to get pretty immediately because Lyra's our main character and she's in Tartarus. We're going to get Persephone's story. We're going to find out why the heck Kronos sucked them into Tartarus. We get Boone back. Hades
and
is
what
pissed.
Boone saw. Like, how did Boone preemptively? How was he the only one? That's a huge group of people in a risky situation. How was he the only one?
It did say that the
think
door
him
was
being-
open just a crack when he screamed. So like
I don't think that's what it is. I think him being the god of thieves,
Yeah.
each god has its own little powers or senses or whatever. I think maybe Boone is the key to finding the true back door out of Tartarus.
oh, so you think there's another back door, a backup back door? Okay.
Like a true, like,
So
you can sneak out of somehow. Like, I think Boone,
His skills would come in handy if that is a possibility.
so
yeah,
Boone was the
like,
target.
maybe.
So
Or
why does he grab Lyra?
Lyra was the target knowing that Boone would go to, like, yeah. You know what I mean?
I just
Because
grabbed her to pull her out of the way.
Any theories?
Like
it
when
doesn't
Boone grabbed,
specify that anybody grabbed her. It
no,
just
it
says
does.
that she's
She so
grabbed her.
Boone. I think Boone grabbed her
Boone
to try to
did,
pull
but
her
no,
out of the way.
I'm saying it doesn't specify that somebody pulled her,
Yeah,
like
it
stuck their
doesn't.
arm out and pulled her in.
No, she got sucked in.
So,
This explains
yeah,
it.
it could have
I'm shocked.
been, yeah, he could have been going for Boone instead of Lyra and got a happy surprise and got both of them, or he could have known the connection between the two through, one of his time visions or travels or whatever, and known that if you get one, you get the other type thing.
How do we want to
But
structure this? Do we want to each instead of we want to discuss our predictions, or do we want to
so,
each give
Hannah,
our own predictions?
I mean,
I
I
think
don't really have any
all somewhat have
specifics.
similar predictions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the vision of Hades burning down the world, like I think he's gonna blow some shit up. You
Well,
know?
if this has anything to say, like, Hannah, you'll have to mirror this probably so people can actually read it. But, like,
It's right.
oh, it is on your side? Okay. But, like, this is kind of all you need. Like, and I didn't realize until I opened the package today. And I was like, well, what do you know?
They can and they will destroy anything.
Yeah. I mean, it's literally called The Things Gods Break. Well, yeah.
And there's gonna be a third book. Abigail was waiting for this one to come out too. I like how I talk about her like she's my friend. She was waiting for this one to release before she reveals the next one. So we know shit's not gonna be resolved. That's for sure. Not fully, at least.
Well, and like from the imagery on here, you've got Achilles' helm. Like, I don't know if it's Achilles, but I always think of it as Achilles. It's the helm. And it looks like on this part right here, it looks like Cerberus.
I can't see it. Those look like lobster claws to me.
Me
No, no,
also.
In the red circle, there's like
Yeah.
a pictogram, and it looks like a 3-headed dog. Although it
Yeah, I
could
would
be
agree
like
with that.
It
it
looks
could be
like
a
Zeus
hydra.
on-
It's kind of hard to see.
This book, it looks like Zeus in the middle of them. But maybe
Which
since
it would be
looks like Zeus,
Odin.
it's Odin. Wait, who's Odin then? Odin's not Zeus's dad. I'm confused.
So I don't know that the three brothers have the same both parents. Would be something to look into later
Yeah, because I'm super confused now.
and bring to the table.
Well,
But
do
yeah.
we want to move forward? Are we done wrapping the games gods play?
So yeah.
I think so.
So good. Obviously, we read it twice. And now we get to
don't
move
read
on to the
it
next
twice.
one.
I don't do that. Like I
We
think
always
this
end
is
up in
the
hot
first
water.
book I've ever read again.
Hold on.
Really?
Alexa, stop. Alexa randomly just gave me a coffee joke. Alexa, stop.
Yeah.
Then
I'm
he's giving
tired.
me
I'm
a
getting all
Terminator
bored.
joke. I don't even understand what is happening.
Okay. We can quickly go through this. I'll read the description
Okay.
of this. We'll give our predictions on the next book, I guess, which we kind of already have. And then we'll end today's episode and we'll break up the book.
And I will say that I have not even read
I have
the
not
best
read
cover
this
yet.
yet. So, all right. The gods want her dead. Hades will bury them. You'd think I'd have learned by now. Don't mouth off to deities. Don't fall for the king of the underworld. And definitely don't get dragged into a divine death match where I'm the cursed mortal prize. But here I am, trapped in Tartarus, humanity's worst pit stop, squaring off against monsters who make the gods look merciful. Titans, twisted by centuries of rage and ruin, are sealed behind 7 ancient locks. And guess what? I'm the key. To escape, I'll have to survive every horrifying trial they throw at me. To
Oh,
win,
more trials. It's like the Hunger Games where it's like you win. There's another one. You have to go again.
now just you. No friends of help.
She needed the help too.
To escape, I'll have to survive every horrifying trial they throw at me. To win, I might have to become something the gods never saw coming. In Hades, he's about to break every rule the gods ever wrote. Because to save me, the god of death will burn the world. But if I break free, so do the Titans. And the world won't just suffer, it'll beg for the end.
Well, that's doomy.
Jen, it may just be a bad choice of words in there, but she refers to herself as mortal, which she is clearly no longer mortal. She is a goddess. So I'm confused.
Does she?
Also don't understand how
Yeah.
she's a Steve, so I'm gonna need that to be explained quickly.
How she's the key?
That's
What are
Theodore.
dogs panting?
Theodore had something stuck in his throat and he didn't want to get up and clear it. So he's laying on my leg like,
Lovely.
in true man fashion.
Did I say anything else, Han?
No, that was it.
Okay. So from that,
Definitely not what I was expecting.
no, Father Time must have a different. That's
Yeah.
what we're calling it. He must have like, I have made this where this can happen if all these pieces are set in place. Because I don't see that. I'm just confused because like, can Hades communicate with her in there? Because Persephone knew, but maybe they're just, like he obviously didn't know Persephone was going to get sucked in there.
Yeah.
I mean, at least as far as we know, but still he was able to set up that like meeting place, meeting time for Persephone. So maybe
Mhm.
they can communicate in there and he can like tell her, this is what I'm working on.
What are Persephone's gifts?
Flower and
It's
sunshine.
the spring. The spring. Like,
Amen.
yeah. But what if, so because we don't know any of the version of Hades and Persephone in this particular story, what if something was going on way back when, before she gets stuck in there, right? And they're trying to accomplish something knowing that that could be a risk. And in the event that this happens, this is like the seer says this is possible. And if this is possible, then here's some of the other, like, maybe they had
Wait.
like multiple plans with the
How
seer.
did she get stuck in there? Did we ever find that out?
No, so we
Oh,
think
okay.
that since she's going to be
Yeah.
with Persephone, I think that she's going to get all the details on like what happened.
Yeah.
Probably early in the book.
So this may be kind of twisted, but what I want to know is the only prediction I'm curious about at this point, because it's a toss up, is who is one person that each of us thinks will die in this book?
I don't
It
know.
would be pretty shitty if they killed Boone again.
They can't. Like we're holding on to this vibe. They have to introduce new characters because there's nobody left. Like she's by herself in Boone.
The gods can't die, right? They're immortal.
They can be stripped of
Gods
their.
can die. Like even Zeus brings it up, like, or Poseidon, one of the two, even asks Hades, like, "Are you finally going to kill me, brother?" or something like that.
Yeah.
He said that somewhere in the book. Like gods
Well,
can die.
I think this at least confirms that Lyra was the target
Mhm.
because she's the key. And somehow they've known because it's about her curse, is what she says, the cursed mortal prize. So they could have known this all along because essentially Kronos is trying to free all the others.
So weird
she's
turn
the
of
key.
fates. What if Persephone really like dies?
Oh, I thought you were going to say Persephone was.
I mean, but think about it. Like Lyra is now the goddess of the underworld. Persephone's
Yeah.
role to care for Elysium and whatnot is no longer needed.
I would say Persephone, unfortunately, because I would care the least about her dying because, yeah, she really serves no role once she gets out.
Except for additional insight into Hades, which
Well,
I'm
there's
sure
always
they're going to
that.
be besties in there, like huddling together, like let's try and
Okay,
get
well,
out
let's
or whatever.
this. So we've got roughly. There is a glossary. I wonder if there was a glossary in the other one in the back, but we only looked in the front.
I don't think there was. If there's no,
I
because
don't-
I went through all of it to
Okay.
look.
Maybe she got that
Yeah.
feedback.
She just has that the dedication.
Yeah. I was like, no
acknowledgements.
way.
What I'm trying to find, so I'm looking for the specifics on if it's a number of gods that it takes to open up Tartarus, or if it is all of them. Because where's the line?
It said
Or-
7. It said
Okay,
7.
I thought there was a
Seven.
number. So they can open it technically because there are 7 gods. Or does it have to be these 7 main?
I think it has to be the seven gods that locked it or whatever. I could be
It's on like the last
mixing
in
my
the epilogue.
myth.
Where is it?
It's in the epilogue where they break that down.
See, I just looked and I didn't see because he explains the box. I'll keep looking for it. See if I
That's weird. So in the glossary, only gives that sucks.
Is that going
So
to
it
give something
doesn't
away?
give their relationship to like their main relationship, like Kronos. It would be cool to know he is the father of these people. All it gives is what they're lording over, like what their whatever is.
So this says he puts the key into the hidden lock, the same shape and size that only the 7 gods and goddesses who created the gates of Tartarus can see. So
So
they don't say that about opening it.
Yeah, but that would make sense for it to be the same.
Yeah.
But who are the 7? I need to know if it's possible for them to open it because that's what I've been functioning under the thought that it couldn't be done.
possible spoiler alert in the glossary.
Well, don't do that.
It's in the glossary, and I said possible.
It's also at the back of the book.
No, where you guys at? You see where it says Medusa?
Oh no, we're in the first book right now.
Let's just look real quick.
Okay,
I can't
it
see
is
that far.
actually you're right. It is the only way to open Tartarus requires all 7 of the gods and goddesses who trapped the Titans in there. Even for Persephone, I don't think we could convince all 7 into try risking it or whatever. Okay, let me see. Where's my other phone? I'm gonna see if I can Google this. What 7 gods and goddesses trapped the Titans in?
Well, I'm hoping we would learn that at least. Okay, into 8. Okay, so section wise, we're looking at 65 pages.
So I do. Okay, before we go into that, are we kind of like at a stopping point with the predictions?
I think so. I think we've predicted
I do too.
quite a lot.
Chaos. I
Yes.
predict chaos. My favorite.
So wrapping up this episode, we've finished book 1. Next episode we'll jump into book 2, which we have 1,000,001 predictions for, and we're gonna read part 1 to page 56. So read along with us. Join us for episode 1 of The Things Gods Break, and we can only promise to keep improving. So like, comment, share, give us your feedback, what you want to hear, what type of conversation, or if we're missing the whole plot of what you're here to hear. All right. What did we say last time? Be our sign off. Love you, sisters.
Can I show Ashley my embroidery real quick?
Well, can we end the episode
Well,
first?
but I want to
But-
show the episode too. I want to show the viewers.
Okay.
Doing a book sweatshirt and I'm working on. I've
Ooh.
got tan and gold on the
Yes.
cover. I don't have the blue then. Pretty cool.
I love that. I can't
So,
wait for you to
book
figure out how you're going to put
sweatshirts are the
Cerberus on the
shit.
next one.
Well, now
like
you
it.
need to start a whole different sweatshirt and just put Sister Shelf Bank books on it.
And you need to send me the patterns that you're using and color choices so that I can do the same. I like to embroider.
Love it.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Love you, sister.
Love you, sisters. See y'all next
Love ya.
time.
Bye.
Okay.
I almost hung up. I was like, okay, we said bye.
Wait 1 second.
And
Chase literally came in here and took my cord, and my computer is about to die. Let me go yell at him and get my cord back. That was set up for this meeting.
do we want to pause the recording or are you just going to cut it out?
It might be
Okay.
some relief to listen to her yell at him.
Honestly, but while you do that, I have to tinkle because I've been sitting here like doing the
It's actually here. The dog's
Okay.
supposed to go. But I do have to pee too, so that.
Sorry, Chase.
I'm so glad we got that on a recording. Oh, I got to take my headphones out.